Hello to all my friends out there. Hi, you guys. I hope everyone is doing okay. Okay, I missed the gym again because I had brutal insomnia. First, I missed the gym for about 2 or 3 days because of my insomnia. And I thought, well, why don't you go do the treadmill? Well, I smashed literally smashed my finger. I smashed my toe, and it took, when I was doing the garden, it took months to get well, so I'm going to have a very ugly finger. Okay, so might as well have a little tea. I bought a lot of coffee creamer, so might as well drink some. Okay, this video is meal plan, stockpile, and make a little extra food. It'll really save you money. It's probably a good idea to be very conservative with our money. Just in general, it's just really good thing to do. So I think I'll show you guys what I bought today. When I go to the gym, it messes up my ability to go to the thrift stores because I'm busy, going to the gym. It takes me a while to get over there and back, and then you're exercising. I miss yoga this week too. Okay, so this is a really pretty teacup. I think it's a Japanese teacup. Okay, so I was looking for books. And it's the most frustrating thing in the world. There's not that many books, but I got these two. Now these were pretty nice. I got these for $4 each. These are brass candlesticks, and they look really nice. These are actually nicer candlesticks than the ones I have on my fireplace, but I can polish the worst. These don't need it. The worst candlesticks ever. And these are some old candles. I'm going to be buying candles as soon as I'm going to buy them cheap since I'm having so many candles this year. I mean like 12 or 15 candles plus lanterns. So these are pretty. And I still have my nice candle. This kind of stuff is a nice Christmas gift. I got this for $6.99 at a grocery outlet a few days ago. And then, so okay, that's all I got. I was in there quite a while. So I went to the other thrift store and I got this Bisquick, Betty Crocker Bisquick cookbook, and I showed you guys I bought a lot of Bisquick, so it's awesome because there's tons of recipes in here and they're easy too. Then on one of the days, I have to be careful. Okay, this is some kind of resin garden scene. So some of the pieces are a little bit loose. It's actually kind of pretty. Eventually, when I get enough stuff, I will rent some kind of a space. But you actually, you can't really try to mail this because the resin is very brittle. Not to say someone won't break it. And then I got these nice Madonnas. And the thing is these are old. There was a pink one. The lady told me some lady bought it just before I came in, which was a bummer. This was Lasky 1954. So these are almost 70 years old. So on this kind of stuff, since Christmas is coming up, might as well keep it. And then, selling it is always a possibility. And I bought, let's see, a painting, a few other things this week. Okay, now, Okay, let's start out with the meal plan. The meal plan is going to save you more money than anything because then you can stockpile. Yesterday I made the tuna casserole, and this goes to a little extra food. It's in the freezer, and one of these days when I come home starving from the gym, I can zap it. So the low-cost meals were spaghetti, chili, chicken, hot dogs and macaroni and cheese, meatloaf, enchiladas, and tuna casserole. Here it is in case you guys want to get a cheap meal plan. I used to eat some variation of this meal plan for years. So I thought, why not just go back to your old ways? And so here is the baked spaghetti. So what I had was some Dollar Tree spaghetti sauce. Is this thing still hot? Here it is. So this is enough for a few days too. What I do with that jar, I can't believe it. I wanted to show you guys the I bought 2 of these spaghetti sauce jars. I can't find it, but they were $1.25. Then I had some pasta from Ralph's. I had a half a can of mushrooms, and I had a 1/4 pound of hamburger. And then I had this really good cheese that I bought. I showed you guys, I bought this package. I'm never gonna buy mozzarella cheese. This is the best mozzarella cheese. It was half pepperonis and half mozzarella cheese. I bought it for the pepperoni, but the mozzarella cheese is delicious. So I'm just going to have a little bowl because it's very late. And so then it's going to leave me plenty of food. When you bake your spaghetti, it's really kind of tasty. Oh my God. At least I didn't drop it on the front of my shirt this time. It's very late, you guys. It's 4:30 in the morning. So I guess we better put the bowl over. If I had a dog, this place is too small for a dog. So here it is. So that's my baked spaghetti. Just basic spaghetti. I can't believe I lost the jar. I wanted to show you guys. Here it is. Not everybody shops at Dollar Tree. And then these are nice little jars. You want to save those too. I'll be canning some more. I'm going to be canning my freezer down. I will show you guys. All right. This will do. You know, this is one of the things you might think, I don't feel like eating it, but once you get it made, you do feel like eating it. The cheese, the good cheese makes all of the difference. So, if you have like a grocery outlet, what did I do with it? Here is the, here's all the salami. And then I was eating quite a bit of the cheese, and here is some of the good mozzarella cheese. And so this is frustrating because I'm trying to eat my freezer down, but that is okay. Then I wanted to mention and show you how I made the Jell-O. Okay, here is the Jell-O. Okay, there's nothing about this Jell-O except that this is real. I don't mind sugar-free Jell-O, strawberry Jell-O. And then if you watch my video, I canned strawberry jam. And I didn't make it too thick, but I could have. And I could make a strawberry pie out of this. So I had about a 1/4 cup. So I partially set my Jell-O. Then I put a 1/4 cup of these strawberries that I canned and a banana. I was gonna make that the other night and I forgot the banana. Okay, so we'll have a little bowl. And so these, once you get the hang of the canning, probably the easiest thing to can in the whole wide world is, if you take this to a party, people will say, how did you make that? You can buy frozen strawberries, but they're expensive. It's not expensive. Well, the strawberries were over $7, but I got them marked down for $1. And so today I was in Ralph's and I thought I'm going to try to do that again, but there wasn't any. Blueberries are about $6 or $7, the big ones. So I have plenty left for tomorrow. So 1 box Jell-O, do the speed set. So it's, you boil the water, you put the Jell-O in, and then you partially freeze. I just put my icy cold water from the refrigerator in the freezer, and it's very, very cold, and it will set your Jell-O. Then you partially set your Jell-O and you add strawberries and bananas. Now, I made uncooked oatmeal and chocolate peanut butter cookies. Here they are. This is another thing. If you've got to go to some party and you take these, none will be left. But what I do is I keep everything. What I did was I had put some little partial amounts of food in here, and I had a little bag of sugar. I had bought 2 of these oatmeals for $1, so they were 50 cents each, marked down food. And then last year I bought this cocoa. That's something I want to buy as soon as I find a good deal, if and when. And I've had this since last year. So I found my fudge recipe, which I want to give you guys early, but I want to talk about this. Okay, here is the uncut. This is the way I make them. Okay, so these are huge cookies. Here they are. I just keep them in the freezer. How am I supposed to eat my freezer down? So like if you want some cookies and you don't want to go to the store, so I make a half a batch, but this is for a whole batch. 1/2 cup butter, 2 cups sugar, 1/2 cup milk. That's where you could use your coffee creamer, but I had shelf-stable milk. 4 tablespoons unsweetened cocoa powder, or you can use chocolate chips. 1/2 cup peanut butter, and I had just enough peanut butter that was in the refrigerator for the while, so I want to use that down. And so you heat all that, and it will start to kind of boil. Just before it boils, hold it there about 5 minutes, turn the heat off, add a teaspoon of vanilla. You can go heavy on the vanilla. And then add 3 to 3.5 cups quick oats. So I have the instant oats. So I had 1.5 cups, but it still looked too loose, so I had some of this. I mentioned to you guys that I bought 10 pounds of oatmeal, and I'm going to tell you what else I make in a second. And so then you just stir a little extra oatmeal until it starts to pull away from the side of the bowl, and then just put it on a buttered cookie sheet, and voila. Okay, I want to give you this peanut noodle. If you make your own peanut butter, or if you have some and if you need food. So if you have some like top ramen noodles, or like I have some rice noodles down there, to make sauce, you put peanut butter, soy sauce, and lime juice, and a bit of honey and you make a sauce. You pour it over your noodles or vegetables if you want, like cabbage, carrots, whatever you like. You can roll it up in a lettuce leaf and then top with some chopped peanuts. So I wanted to give you these two recipes. They're highlighted in blue. Those were featuring peanut butter. Because you'll get to the point where you have you can make sandwiches out of it and use it up that way too. But not when you're making these dinners with leftovers. All right, let me give you my oatmeal cookie recipe. I think this is one of the best ones out there. I think I'm pretty sure this was Better Homes and Gardens a long time ago. What's good about it is it's everything in the stockpile. You can add nuts, you can add chocolate chips, you can add sunflower seeds. It's no fail. All right, now I want to give you I'm going to give you these recipes. Old Time Soft Sugar Cookies, Rocky Road Brownie Bar, Easy to Do Fudge, and Butter Almond Crisp. Believe it or not, I think this came off many years ago off of the back of a flour bag. Eventually, I'm going to do a crazy cheap cookbook. I want to do an ebook, maybe. Maybe if I can find someone to do it for me, I might pay somebody, maybe. Okay, so this week, if you saw the videos, this is the strawberry jam. I have one. The meat is easy, but it takes 3 hours. One can of chicken wings. You wouldn't think that would be good, but there's nothing in there except I bought seasoned chicken wings, and then I have 2 briskets. So what I'm trying to do this month is can 1 case of my freezer. I want to cook my freezer down and can it this month. I will show you. Okay, so I had the Jell-O, the uncooked oatmeal cookies, and the baked spaghetti. Now I want to talk about, I want to keep stockpiling. And so the best way to actually the smartest way to stockpile is to stockpile food so that you can go into your stockpile and cook the cheap meals that are on the meal plan. So I bought at Ralph's because I like their soup. 2 cans of chicken noodle soup, because if something went wrong, you can eat this right out of the can, but you can also heat it really hot and just drop your crackers in it and eat it. And then the other good one is tomato, and I also have vegetable. But for some reason, I guess I like eating chicken noodle the best and tomato, so I have vegetables, but not this many. So I bought 3 of those, and 3 is enough for a week because it's 2.5 servings, so that's 7.5 servings. You can have every day for a week if you have 3 cans. So you need 3 cans for a week, and then this is not correct. It'd be 6 cans for 2 weeks and 12 cans for a month. So that's about $12 and something cents. So if you live in a car, that's a good thing. And then the vegetables that I seem to have eaten the most was corn. So I got two cans of corn because I find the Ralph's corn to be really good, and it was 99 cents. And then I was shopping around like to see what I can see. And I noticed I get the best deals at Ralph's. This hot chocolate mix, add water only, it was $3.99, and it's 18 servings. So I tried it out in some milk and it was good. I have a lot of chocolate, but they say there's a strong possibility that we might have a shortage of chocolate, especially if we have some supply chain disruption. And why wouldn't we with all these storms? I hope if you were in Hurricane Helene or Milton, everything is okay. It's horrifying, but it should be going all the way up and down the East Coast. Also, if like you live in Miami, that water, when the water usually runs down, it runs from north to south. And they said the worst thing is the debris. So with me living low here, there's always that danger of flooding. That's a severe danger. So a little bit of stockpiling. I'll probably pick up some mushrooms, because if you don't have that much meat in your food, you can add mushrooms. Okay, so now I got a good video for you. Prophecy: the world will be sharply divided over evil. New questions of the day. The Master's Voice. And I posted that on Rhoda Stone Twitter. And so what she was saying is that she was dreaming of a hybrid human and pig and a hybrid rat or mouse. So I have been hearing these prophecies of like vermin carrying disease. And so if they're hybrids, people might be, I had a mouse in here. If I thought it was a hybrid of a human, I put poison out, and I haven't seen it since. And then I mentioned to you that when the Evergreen was lodged in the Suez Canal, that I dreamed of a pig that had a human consciousness. So they're always trying to get us to eat less meat, but we might voluntarily not want to eat meat if we thought that the animals were hybrids from humans. So I also had a dream, and it was a vivid dream, and it was of dogs that seemed to be, and they were like, I had two of these dogs. They were like border collie dogs. Those are some smart dogs. And it seemed like they were chipped or hooked up to a computer system. So I'm down underground in the tunnels. How I dream of this stuff, I don't know. And here's these poor dogs, and I do have a way with dogs. Too bad I didn't have any of my special meatballs I make for my son's dogs. But they seem like starved for human attention. So, okay, so now back to the hybrids of the pigs. Do I think there are hybrid pigs? Yes. Do I think there are hybrids of rats? Not sure. So I put a video on my X, and it's a man who claims to have been chipped. So you might be thinking, how could somebody be chipped? So what I was doing is I was searching around for those videos, 20 years and back to Mars. So he said he had the chip for a while, and then it started activating sometimes later, but he said it expanded his thinking in a way that was really immense. Well, if I had heard of this in science, and it was Einstein, when Einstein was trying to discover the relativity theory, it just had him stymied. It just went on, and And finally he woke up one morning and it was like the entire universe was opened up, you know, and he was able to understand the relativity theory. And it was interesting because nobody else could understand it except for his wife, who had been a physicist too. And he had promised to give her the money, and no one could understand it but her. And he finally got it, and they could have starved, you know. So I think what I think these chips do is, I think that I'm excited to get my AI phone. And so then I asked the AI, what are the options, you know, I'm going to have. So anyway, what I think they do is they increase the vibration of your brain somehow, and you pick stuff up. Okay, and also on the alien thing, you know, the alien hybrid people as well. Do I think there's alien hybrid people? Yes. Okay, so the thing about like the animals or the people is it possibly could be container vessels for, I don't want to say devils, but like say spirits. So it's like sharing your whatever, you know, your brain, your body, like possession, but maybe not as severe. So you might be thinking, you know, there is this one dream I have. It's okay if you think I'm crazy, because like I will dream stuff up and it's really amazing, and it's not in my genetics because it's the future sometimes. And so my grandmother, who was a Mormon, used to describe when this man, like this evil man, he was so evil. He was tall with black hair. Well, they came from Switzerland. And I go, yeah, you're describing, oh my, your sons. And sometimes I dream of these brunette men, and I know it's on my dad's side. But he was just like so evil, and he somehow he got in the temple and everybody was so freaked out. And so like when I was a kid, I used to love it. And I would love hearing the stories of this devil, right? So now in my older age, sometimes I dream and I know it's him, because he looks just like what my grandmother described, just like, and I've dreamed of him recently twice. And I always thought that the dreams kind of indicated why my one great grandfather went all the way to Switzerland and got this poor little girl and brought her back. In fact, a couple of girls were adopted. One was an orphan from the Indians, and then, you know, they ended up marrying the polygamists. But always the families in my dreams are suffering like a hardship. And, you know, he's always there looking so evil. So some of these hybrids could be, they're hybrids, all right. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to mention that. But this video, this prophecy, the world would be sharply divided over evil, new questions of the day. So what she's saying is, well, you know, they have the dolphin human rights. You know, dolphins now have rights, but the questions will be, well, these pigs are not exactly pigs, but it does give you a new perspective on pork chops. So and then maybe like since I kind of know they exist, I mean, having taken so much science, they have so much stuff that they do with genetics. And a few years ago, things they do all the time are highly illegal. They were highly illegal, and they do them every day. And like, we don't know the half of it, what goes on. But I think what they're like, when more than one person comes up with something out of the blue that they have no way of knowing, then you can say to yourself, well, maybe there's something to this. So I'm thinking, why are you eating so much meat like the carnivore diet? Something comes up, you're going to be totally miserable. So I'm going to move to more pasta, more rice, more potatoes. I'm still going to eat meat, but not, I'm going to add mushrooms. I think that's the best. And then, like, okay, there's this too. When they fed cows ground up cow meat, the cows got mad cow. What if, like, we're eating like hybrid pigs and we start breaking out in these hideous diseases? Oh, this is another dream I had, and it occurred to me after I saw this video. It was these people that seem to have these most horrible, like, it looked like monkeypox or something like that. And I'm thinking, how do we know that this isn't straight from the food we eat? So what I want to, I mean, not to be paranoid, but you know what I'm saying? So I want to be more mindful. I am going to eat the pork I have, but I think I'm really going to kind of move away from pork. Okay, you guys, I will see you tomorrow. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And God bless you all. Bye, you guys.